This is Terry Kurtz On-Line reporting on Victor Valley, High Desert, and Mojave River Valley events, activities, entertainment, sports, and history. A Brightline update opens this local edition newscast. The high-speed Brightline rail system connecting Southern California to Las Vegas has officially broken ground. The $12 billion high-speed train's official groundbreaking has taken place at the location of its Las Vegas station. Brightline West's high-speed trains will reach speeds of 200 miles an hour on their way from Rancho Cucamonga to Las Vegas, with stops in Hesperia and Apple Valley. The 218-mile route will be constructed in the middle of Interstate 15 with 0 grade crossings. Groundbreaking for the California stations have yet to be announced. Hesperia's station will be located within the I-15 median at the I-15 Joshua Street interchange and will function primarily as a local rail service for residents in the high desert on select southbound morning and northbound evening weekday trains. Apple Valley's station will be located on a 300-acre parcel southeast of Dale Evans Parkway and the I-15 interchange. The station is intended to offer a future connection to the High Desert Corridor and California High-Speed Rail. The fast food franchisee who owns 180 Burger King, Taco Bell, and Popeyes locations in California says automation is a fact of life for the industry and that the minimum wage hike for fast food workers is spurring him to install more self-service kiosks. The franchisee is scrambling to get a hold of as many self-service kiosks as he can from vendors because he wants to install them in all of his restaurants in California over the next 30 to 60 days. Self-service kiosks are now being added directly on the front counter of restaurants with the aim to remove registers completely. In addition, artificial intelligence-powered drive-through ordering is underway for all locations. The goal is to be 100% artificial intelligence order-taking capable by this time next year. Burger King, Taco Bell, and Popeyes employ 3,700 fast food workers in California. The wage increase has significantly raised the restaurateur's labor costs. The first payroll since the wage hike went into effect was 25% higher than it was in March. Operation Smash and Grab. On April 19, 2024, investigators from the San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department, Gangs Narcotics Division, Rancho Cucamonga Station, and San Bernardino Police Department conducted a retail theft operation at the Victoria Gardens Shopping Center. During the operation, investigators made 6 felony arrests and 7 misdemeanor arrests and recovered nearly $11,000 in property. Operation Smash and Grab focuses its efforts on the Rancho Cucamonga, Apple Valley, Hesperia, Victorville, and Chino Hills shopping districts to disrupt and dismantle these retail store theft crews. Participating retail stores and businesses have had their loss prevention and store managers in direct contact with investigators for real-time communication to target in-progress crimes. Sheriff's Department personnel also monitors parking lots that surround the businesses, and a vehicle equipped with an automated license plate reader is deployed throughout the operation to detect stolen vehicles and vehicles associated with ongoing criminal investigations. Detectives from the San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department's Specialized Investigations Division Crimes Against Children Detail arrested Brett David Dahl, target of an investigation into allegations of inappropriate conduct with a minor by a teacher at Excelsior Charter Schools. Dahl was arrested for contacting a minor to commit a felony, meeting with a minor for lewd purpose, child endangerment, and abduction of a child. Detectives believe there may be additional victims Anyone with information regarding this incident is encouraged to contact Detective Jason DeSario of the Specialized Investigations Division, Crimes Against Children Detail at 909-890-4904. April is Distracted Driving Awareness Month, and the San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department is actively on the lookout for drivers who are in violation of the state's hands-free cell phone law. As law enforcement officials remind us, in today's fast-paced life, it is common to lose focus while driving. Distracted Driving Awareness Month is a crucial reminder that even a moment of inattentiveness or a quick glance at the phone can lead to serious consequences. Motorists are encouraged to get off your apps and keep your eyes on the road. Maybe, even before starting the car, silence your phone or put it in the glove box, trunk, or back seat, anywhere you can't reach it. According to the 2023 California Statewide Public Opinion Survey, nearly 3/4 of drivers surveyed said that distracted driving because of texting was their biggest safety concern. In 2021, there were at least 140 people killed in distracted driving traffic crashes in California. The numbers are likely underreported because law enforcement officers may not always be able to tell that distraction was a factor in a crash. Under current law, vehicle operators are not allowed to hold a phone or electronic communications device while operating a vehicle, even when stopped at a red light. This includes talking, texting, or using an app. Using a handheld cell phone while driving is punishable by a fine, and violating the hands-free law for a second time within 36 months of a prior conviction for the same offense will result in a point being added to a driver's record. If you have an important phone call, text, or email, or are in a situation with other distractions, such as looking up directions, pull over to a safe parking spot to complete the task without putting yourself and others at risk. Other distractions can be eating, grooming, reaching for something that fell on the floor, putting on or taking off clothing, talking with passengers, or being distracted by passengers, especially children, in the back seat. Funding for distracted driving enforcement is provided by a grant from the California Office of Traffic Safety through the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
Terry Kurtz On-Line was brought to you by Down Home Grill in Victorville on the corner of Bear Valley Road and Ridgecrest Road.
So.
Bid fast and last. World-class auctioneers. Valu Quality Truck Body. Family owned and operated since 1954. The Bradco Companies, our area's longest standing full-service commercial brokerage firm. Iwanzak Law Firm, trial lawyers for serious problems. We Got 'em Tees, your headquarters for custom screen printing and mastercraft embroidery design. And by the Holiday Inn in Victorville. The Holiday Inn, conference and convention center for the high desert.
And destination of choice of visitors and travelers to the Victor Valley. Terry Kurtz here, throwing out an invitation for you to catch up with High Desert Sports Activities, your High Desert Sports Report, showing 3 times every day on Victor Valley TV, 7 and 11 every morning, 4 every afternoon.
What time is it, sports fan? It's time for your High Desert Sports Report.
Your half-hour High Desert Sports Report, the area's only video action highlights coverage of high school athletes, teams, and sports programs, Victor Valley College Rams and Barstow College Vikings athletic events, including flashbacks to this date in High Desert and Mojave River Valley sports and entertainment history. We hope you'll join us right here on Victor Valley TV.
Joseph W. Brady, how do you respond to the glass half full or glass half empty state of our high desert Mojave River Valley economically?
Terry, what I find, we have such a big area. So some people don't really know who we are. Some have heard of who we are. So for those that know who I am, I hate to say this. My name is Joseph Brady. I'm proud to be the president of the Bradco Companies. We have been doing business out here for 37 years. I moved 35 years ago from Santa Barbara, California. We believe that we are the leading provider of commercial, industrial, land, and brokerage services out here. I'm a CCIM. What does that mean? It basically means I have my doctorate in commercial real estate. I'm an SIOR. What does that mean? I'm one of, with the two designations, I'm one of 940 people in the world, and I'm very, very proud of it. I'm the only SIOR within the region up here. I believe that we have one other CCIM within the market. I believe that that's James Phillips, who's semi-retiring. He's with Tkol, he used to be with Century 21, and a good friend. I also published the Bradco Ideas Report. We started that in May of 1993. We put out our 60th edition. Our 61st edition will be coming out sometime probably in the middle of October. They typically are 36 pages. We now do them about every 9 to 10 months. And we have a very large subscriber base. It's free. We have nearly 1,500 people that receive anything we do on CoStar or any projections that we do that we put out. So one time we were members of 11 chambers on out here. We were members in Phelan, Pinion Hills, Lucerne Valley, Victorville, Apple Valley, Hesperia, Adelanto, Newberry Springs, and there was one in Hellendale. We've recently rejoined in the last 2 years the High Desert Chamber of Commerce, and wish to commend Rusty and Mark for the work that they do. They've got a great group. They've got 600 members. We've identified 9,000 businesses out here, and most of the businesses are going to be receiving a mailing sometime between now and the end of the year from me. We've recently entered into a business relationship with a very renowned business broker in Southern California. That business broker I met because they handled a business that we sold in Barstow, California. So we've owned multiple businesses in Barstow. We had Coal Banker, Golden West Real Estate that we owned from 2000 to 2010. We converted that to Barstow Real Estate Group. We held that until about 2 years ago. We had Alliance Management Group, which was the largest property management company on out there. And we sold that to Kevin Patterson and RentSource. But it was a email that I received from this business broker that I was very impressed with. Not only was I impressed, he was with the largest business brokerage company in the world at the time, and he is now with an equally large one in the United States. So we've entered into what's called a memorandum of understanding. And during this rather odd time in commercial real estate, everybody knows things have slowed down, interest rates are on up. We don't think that housing values are going to plummet. We still think that there's a great housing market on out here. You know, I think, First American Title and Fidelity in Chicago put out their weekly reports. I think that there's still a good market. We've decided while we continue to still grow, the land deals that we're doing and all that, we did a couple major deals this last year, that we wanted to find a venue and a broker that could offer business brokerage services. So 9,000 people are going to get a mailing between now and Christmas. It basically says if you have a business that does $500,000 a year and it does for the last 5 years and you're interested in selling, give us a call. We're going to refer you to this business broker. We receive a referral fee, so I'm being right up front disclosing. We would then refer to them. We will take care of your lease on renegotiation, or we'll help you sell your building. So that's one of our new announcements. Now, let me talk about how the glass is half full in the high desert. I know a lot of people say I love the Victor Valley, and then they love the high desert. I love the Mojave River Valley. I love all of it. I've been here again 37 years. I'm very proud of what we've done up here. We've done just a shade less, $983 million in sales through the multiple companies that we've had. We're not the same size we were. I think that could change. We have some pretty aggressive plans here in the future, but the market's a little dicey right now. But let's remind everybody watching this, and just give me 6 or 7 more minutes to remind us why the glass is half full and why I believe that the Victor Valley, that the High Desert, or the Mojave River Valley. So the Mojave River Valley really takes in that 4,000 square miles that we cover. It's a little bit smaller than the Mojave Water Agency. They cover 4,700 square miles. Let's talk about the 5 things we think are important. Silverwood is a real project in southeast Hesperia. It's absolutely the finest piece of property for a residential community, and it couldn't be better developed by not only John O'Haney and his partners at Terra Verde, but the equity money that was brought in by Ray Huerta, very few people know who Ray Huerta is. Who is he? Former chairman of CB Richard Ellis, the largest commercial broker in the world. They also own they own 100 different companies. They're about $30 billion a year in annual sales. But more importantly, DMB, which is out of Scottsdale, is the master developer behind it and the largest master community developer probably in the country. So it's going to be a community on steroids. It's something I think everybody should take a look at. They broke ground in February of 2022. They have picked the 5 national builders. They'll be announced sometime in the next couple months. I think one of them is going to be a game changer as far as the name goes. They are prepping 2,000 lots. They've moved 10 million cubic yards of dirt. They have 9,633 acres. They have 15,663 lots. They believe it's a 30-year project. I believe it's going to be closer to a 25, maybe a 23-year project. And it's just in a great location. You add that project right there with the widening of Ranchero and the planning that the city of Hesperia did with San Bernardino County Transportation Commission, which I should remind everybody, the chairman of that right now is our bishop, and he's a resident of the High Desert, and he's also involved in Apple Valley. They're spending $52 million to widen that, plus the amount that DMB and Terra Verde and Silverwood have to widen their portion that go back from really Santa Fe back to I Avenue. So you've got that right there. You look at the 13 million feet of industrial property that is in the entitlement in the city of Hesperia right now. There's nearly 20 million of industrial space in the entitlement stage in the city of Atlanta. The marijuana market did really well. We believe that that's kind of flattened out, but there's a couple million feet, almost 3 million feet out there that's done very well, and there's a lot of opportunities. Then if you look just to the north, you've got Southern California Logistics Airport. All those buildings at Dougal-Egan and Anita Tuckerman, many of you remember Anita Tuckerman developed. Those were sold to Ken Shear. Ken is the developer with Mark Milikovich at Covington that's developing the properties down there along I-15 and 395. They bought Dougal-Egan's portfolio of 3.4 million feet and spent $270 million in cash. So we have a lot of new money coming in here. Then you take the control of Southern California Logistics Airport and look at the 3,000 jobs that they've done, the balancing entitlement they have between 45 million and 50 million square feet, and it's now controlled by Prologis. And most people, Terry and Robert, I find they haven't been out to SCLA. I encourage everybody watching this, drive on at Terra Expressway, take D Street, Terra Expressway, turn left, get to Phantom West, turn right, and you go on in. You got Mars Bars, Plastipac, Boeing, ComAv. You've got Rubbermaid Newell. You've got the Mars people. They just opened up a pet plant. I mean, the pet food. You've got Iron Mountain that's in the storage business. You've got Amazon that's out there. And more importantly, you've got Kim Snyder, who's the president of Western Division, and Tyson Chaves that run that project. It is listed by CBRE. And they are the largest industrial developer in the world. In the world. They have 1.2 billion square feet of property around in 19 countries, and a Rolodex of 6,000. That's pretty big. You go out to the east on out there in the town of Apple Valley. We all know what a great job they've done. They got some exciting things coming in. That north side of town out there, out where the Walmart distribution center is. Most people don't know that's the busiest Walmart distribution center in the country. You got the 1.3 million square foot Big Lots that's right next door. There's 20 million feet of industrial space being planned in that market out there, led again by Ken Shear and Mark Milikovich of Covington. And then you go further north of that out to Barstow, and while Barstow's population has remained rather stagnant for the last 60 years, as Terry Caldwell told us once at a Rotary, when I was a Rotary member, that they had 25,000 people in 1956, as year I was born. They have 23,000 today. Well, they're going to be welcoming a portion of 22,000 people that Burlington Northern Santa Fe, which is a Berkshire Hathaway company, announced on October 1st, 2022, is coming to Barstow. So it's not one of those things. I mean, many people watching this will say, Joe, we've heard about the Rogersdale that came here and the big power plant was going to go out in the Lucerne Valley and they're going to drill for oil in the 1900s. Never happened. Well, Burlington Northern has bought over 4,300 of the 4,500 acres that they have told the city. They've told the city that it's a $1.5 billion initial investment. It's a whole lot more than that. They're going to create 22,000 jobs directly and indirectly. within the BNSF system. So if you listen to what they say, we've calculated through conversations we had. I mean, we were very proud that we recently represented Lewis Operating, Lewis Retail, on an exclusive negotiating agreement on a very large piece of property in Barstow with the city of Barstow. And based on the work that we have done and the analysis that we've seen, we believe that there's about 8,000 jobs that are going to go directly into Barstow, and the balance are going to be a part of the system. At the end of the day, what is that going to do? It's going to create a housing boom on out here. It's going to create a rental boom on out here. I've done more tours in the last 4 months due to the fact that we need more apartments on out here. We need more housing on out here. So is a glass half full, more than half full? And to close, I think that the thing that I think is a game changer, and I think that there's a lot of people in Apple Valley that are very proud. Our bishop should be very proud. He's been very much behind this. Been a lot of people behind this speed train. This goes back 34 years. It was called the Maglev train. We have every article. We have all the files on Maglev. And after Brightline finally breaks ground, we're probably going to do a big story on that. But that's a $10 to $12 billion project. I absolutely believe it's going to get funded. I take my hat off to Ray Wolf down at San Bernardino County Transportation and Art as this year's chairman and their board. All the permits are done. They're going down the center of the freeway. What they've got to do is get $3.75 billion that they're going to get from the infrastructure package that Biden put out. It's almost guaranteed. They've had their application in. We're in contact with Brightline. They're very optimistic. I'm very optimistic. But I think it's a game changer for those people that are driving down that Cajon Pass all the time, or they're on Facebook with the pain in the pass. That's going to open up after 4 years, and I think it's going to allow people to move up here and to live up here and to live affordably up here, because you can't live down affordably in Southern California. So at the end of the day, I'm glad to reintroduce myself to a lot of you. Many years ago, I bucked this trend of doing videos. We do them all the time. I hear about it all the time. I really enjoy it because I think part of our job in our industry is not only to do real estate deals that pays the bills, but if we can help educate people up here on what's going to go on. Everybody has their own real estate person. They all have their own attorney. They all have their own accountant. We like to earn your business, but at the end of the day, we like to share what we believe is some great news. I have a lot of gas left in this tank at 67 years old, and I plan on using it because this is a great place to live, work, and play. And I love the high desert, and I love the Victor Valley, and I love the Mojave River Valley as well. Thank you, and God bless America.
Terry Kurtz On-Line was brought to you by Down Home Grill in Victorville. Check out Down Home Grill's money-saving, inflation relief menu. Call 760-241-4663 for delivery, drive-through, pickup, or to order ahead for dine-in at Down Home Grill, corner of Bear Valley Road and Ridgecrest Road in Victorville. Bid fast and last. World-class auctioneers. Bid fast and last. Liquidation of government entities, vehicles, firearms, estates, antiques, fine jewelry, coins, and more. Bid online at bidfastandlast.com.
Kick tires, start fires, kick ass, take names, and rock and roll.
Valu Quality Truck Bodies. Family owned and operated locally since 1954. Valu manufactures state-of-the-art truck bodies for the construction industry nationwide. Valu Quality Truck Bodies, proudly showcasing teams, athletes, and youth-oriented activities. The Bradco Companies. Joseph W. Brady's Bradco Companies. Bradco, leading efforts to improve the quality of life and standard of living for all residents throughout our high desert region.
Serious legal problems? Don't go it alone. The other guys have attorneys just waiting to blow you away. Contact Iwanzak. Accidental death? Injured on the job? Contact Iwanzak. Law firm. Trial lawyers for serious problems.
We Got 'em Tees, your headquarters for custom screen printing and mastercraft embroidery designs. We Got 'em official CIF sanctioned Chanel patches for varsity jackets. We Got 'em Tees since 1984. 2 locations, Apple Valley and Upland. Oh yeah, We Got 'em Tees.
And by the Holiday Inn in Victorville. The Holiday Inn, conference and convention center for the high desert and favored destination for travelers and visitors to the Victor Valley.
The county's Liaison Education and Risk Network class, Learn, is being offered to educate food operators on food safety. Learn is a free training class based on the fundamentals of active managerial control and the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention's risk factors that lead to foodborne illnesses. The class is designed to educate operators on food safety, teach practices and procedures that will reduce foodborne illnesses, and provide a forum to network about various food safety topics. People who benefit include anyone who prepares or serves or handles food and can promote change in the facility to ensure safe food is served. All classes are free. Classes will be held monthly, and space is limited. Visit this website to view class dates and RSVP. The Victor Valley Community Services Council is offering free mobility devices. Do you know a senior in need of a mobility device? The Victor Valley Community Services Council provides free wheelchairs, walkers, bedside commodes, canes, and more to those who qualify. The agency recently received a generous donation of wheelchairs from High Desert Second Chance. For more information, please call 760-243-9646. The Bureau of Land Management has awarded 2 grants totaling almost $5 million to accelerate the training and placement of excess wild horses and burros into private care. These grants are part of the BLM's efforts to encourage more adopters to give a wild horse or burro a good home. The Adoption Incentive Program provides up to $1,000 to adopt an untrained wild horse or burro from the BLM. The goal of the program is to reduce BLM's recurring costs to care for unadopted and untrained wild horses and burros, while helping to enable the BLM to confront a growing overpopulation of wild horses and burros on fragile public rangelands. Thanks to its Adoption Incentive Program and the online corral, the BLM has doubled the rate of private care placement over the last 5 years. Vouchers are now available to have dogs or cats spayed or neutered. Residents with dogs or cats in San Bernardino County's unincorporated communities can request a voucher for $50 towards spaying and neutering. To request a voucher, call the Pet Overpopulation Coalition at 888-767-2550 or email the address shown. Your help is being sought to clear our San Bernardino County shelters by adopting, not shopping. If you are looking for a new four-legged friend, the First District is home to several animal shelters with dogs and cats in need of loving homes. The Board of Supervisors recently approved funding toward reduced pet adoption fees at the Big Bear and Devore animal shelters through June of 2024. Cats are now $10 and dogs are $20. This includes spaying, neutering, microchip, and most vaccines. Other local shelters include the Hesperia Animal Shelter on Santa Fe Avenue and the Apple Valley Animal Shelter on Powhatan Road. The Apple Valley Animal Shelter Rescue Team regularly posts photos of animals ready for adoption. For more information, please call 760-240-7555. San Bernardino County birth and death certificates are now available online. San Bernardino County's Vital Statistics Registration Office has launched a new service that allows residents to purchase certified copies of birth and death certificates online. Currently, the service is available for births and deaths that occurred in the past 2 years. Records for events older than 2 years can be obtained at San Bernardino County Hall of Records. Terry Kurtz here, throwing out an invitation for you to catch up with High Desert Sports activities. Your High Desert Sports Report, showing 3 times every day on Victor Valley TV. 7 and 11 every morning, 4 every afternoon. Your half-hour
High Desert Sports Report, the area's only video action highlights coverage of high school athletes, teams, and sports programs, Victor Valley College Rams, and Barstow College Vikings athletic events, including flashbacks to this date in High Desert sports and entertainment history. We hope you'll join us right here on Victor Valley TV. That's a wrap on this edition of Terry Kurtz On-Line. On behalf of Victor Valley Television Productions, thank you for watching. We hope to see you again next time around.